school and doing everything all at once. And I just, once again, fell in love with the game. And that's kind of how the journey started. And, God makes no mistakes. And I'm right back here where I started. So that's how it is. And that's how it's going. And it's going good.
All right. Well, that's interesting. So let's talk a little bit about that really quickly.
Hmm.
You're getting to, I mean, you're just graduating.
Yeah.
Not very many people get the opportunity to return to their alma mater in 3 years
Yeah.
to take over the program, and you're taking over from your coach. What was it like playing for Coach Dunbar, and now what is it like taking over the program from her?
It was playing for her was amazing, and I think she is the part of the reason why I am who I am. And that just goes to show you, our job and what we do, how it affects the student athlete. Because if it wasn't for her being that mentor for me, I don't think I would have been able to see what it's like to be a Black woman in the sports field. She kind of gave me that motivation to move forward. And she pushed me as a player. She pushed me in the classroom. She made sure academics was first for everyone. And, you can't be successful on the field if you're not successful in the classroom. And that created a structure, and that was the structure at the time that I needed, which pushed me to go further. And, she just was awesome. And I love her. And now being on the other side of it and still having her as my mentor makes it just an even better walk in this journey, because you need somebody who's going to walk this journey with you. And so being able to experience her on both sides is just amazing.
All right. Well, this is your first official season as head coach. Talk to
Yes.
us a little bit about, I know you've been in practice, you've been working with your ladies. Tell us a little bit about what your expectations are for this season.
Expectations, I have high standards for them. I think I have inherited a good group, a great group. And first and foremost, I want them to understand the player experience. I want them to understand that, it's about them. And then after that, once we get past that, I want to also build a new structure and kind of get them bought into the program. And when I say getting bought into the program, I mean, and my style of coaching and what I expect. I know something is new and I'm not what they're accustomed to, but the standard as BC does not change. And so I think they're doing a great job in adapting to that. And I just want to keep it there. I don't want them to change because the position has changed. I want them to continue to be the great athletes that they are.
All right. So talk to us a little bit about some of the players that we should be looking out for in the program this year.
We have I'm losing some, but I would really keep an eye out on Miss Deontay Lewis, known as T. She is my 5th year, but she's coming back with a vengeance. I've heard stories from her about, oh, coach, I could taste it. I'm so close to it. And every day at practice, she's working harder and harder and harder for it. Like she can feel it. And that's what it takes to be a champion. Hard work in practice, in the classroom, come in for extra time and on your own time and stuff like that. And also Miss Taylor McNeil, she's doing the exact same thing. And she's like, hey, coach, I heard you got the most stolen bases back in your day. Like, like it was a long time ago, but she says, I'm coming for you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, but Kobe got you that year. She almost got it.
Okay.
But she's coming and she's just like Miss Lewis, they're coming back with a vengeance. I have a freshman, she's gun-ho. Her name is Taylor Chambliss, and she's coming with a vengeance too. And I think that's what it takes, and that's what builds the structure, the hard work of not coming just from me, but from them. And I think those three right there, and even Deasia Wooden, she always says I say it wrong, but it's Deasia Woodton. I always want to say Wooden, but it's Woodton. She's coming back with a vengeance too. Coming real strong. And it's not just them four, it's everybody, the whole team. Because from what I've heard, they were so close and they're willing to work on what they made a mistake in last year and come in guns blazing. And, I think they're ready.
All right. Folks, there you have it. So, Coach, we're going to give you the last word. What do you have to say to the Benedict faithful and the fan base out there? How can they support you guys and all that good stuff?
I mean, hey, all I can say is for the fan base, so far, so good. Thank you guys for supporting us. Continue to support us. Our schedule is up online. Please attend to all the home games. Look out for all the event nights that we do on game days. We do have a Disney night coming up, a mental health awareness night coming up, and I would love for everyone to come out and support those two events. And yeah, let's get the ball rolling.
All right, folks, there you go. Once again, Coach Brianna Billy of the Lady Tigers of Benedict College. Coach, thanks for the time. We look forward to following you and broadcasting your games this season, so we will be seeing you soon.
Thank you.
All right, you guys stay tuned. We'll be back with more interviews right after this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the BCSN's Virtual Media Day for Softball Division 2. Right now, we have the pleasure of talking with the newly minted official head coach of the Edward Waters Tigers softball team, Coach Billy Rogers. Coach, how are you doing?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Benedict College Baseball right here on the Black College Sports Network. Live from Benedict College. Today's contest between Benedict and Morehouse. My name is Brian Fulford, and it's a pleasure to be here calling today's action. Morehouse College Tigers. Currently in the box is shortstop Elijah Pinckney. And Pinckney will take first base. Sliding into second base, that was Jalen Green, the left fielder. So that puts runners on second and third for Morehouse. Jaden Jordan is the pitcher on the mound for Benedict. Jordan, a 6'3" sophomore, sports management major from Raleigh, North Carolina, already finds himself in a hole with 2 runners aboard. And he hit the batter. Wow, that ball came in there and hit him, might have hit him in the helmet, if not high in the shoulders. And that was David Coleman the second. And so, as you can see, they will check on Coleman. I've never stood in the box and been hit with a pitch that high. So I'm not going to say that it's fortunate that that was an off-speed pitch, but to some degree, it's very fortunate it was an off-speed pitch. Although I do remember being hit by a pitch in youth baseball, and it scarred me for several years. So Coleman was hit in the head, and fortunately, the catcher, as David Coleman is okay, and so now Jaden Jordan is facing a bases-loaded situation here, and coming into the box is the right fielder, James Thorpe. Thorpe, first pitch goes foul. The 0-1 pitch from Jordan paints the bottom left corner of the strike zone for a strike, and so now he's ahead of the hitter. 0-2. The pitch to the plate from Jordan. A little far away. Ball 1. No outs here in game 1 of a double header today here at Benedict. The 1-2 pitch fouled off. The 1-2 pitch is high, and Thorpe has to duck. Jordan having a little trouble with his control on that curveball. Goes inside, draws a foul ball. The 1-2 pitch. Ball 2. Just missed where he got a called strike from the umpire a little bit earlier. Must have just missed that spot. Trying to paint the outside corners here. Let's see if he comes back inside. The 2-2 pitch. Caught him swinging. First out, first strikeout of the contest for Jordan, who unfortunately, first 3 batters he faced are all behind him on first, second, and third. The third baseman, Timothy Whiteman, comes to the plate now. Bases are loaded for him. And he drives the ball. There's a pop-up. And 2 outs in the inning now for Benedict. So an opportunity to find themselves and get out of this inning after a horrible start here for Benedict. There's a ball that's hit towards second base. Should be a nice throw to first. And Benedict gets out of the inning 1-2-3 after putting the first 3 batters on. So Morehouse leaves 3 runners on, 1 hit, 3 left. We go to the bottom of the first. Benedict at bat. You're watching Benedict Baseball right here on the Black College Sports Network.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplify Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplify Development Services.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em! It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm.
Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition,
welcome back to Tiger Field here in Columbia, South Carolina on the campus of Benedict College. As we get ready to head to the bottom of the first inning, I welcome in my broadcast partner, A.D. Drew, for today's Game 1 of a doubleheader set against Morehouse. A.D., how you doing this afternoon?
Doing fine, my brother, doing fine.
All right. Well, we will bring this action here. This is the first of 3 games in this series this weekend. Of course, today with the unusual Sunday doubleheader, and then these teams will wrap up the series tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, it's all due to weather, Brian. All due to Mother Nature. Something that we cannot prevent.
And speaking of weather and Mother Nature, our definitely thoughts and prayers are with all of the folks in the Midwest. You'd almost say up in the Midwest around the Mississippi River, who dealt with tornadoes yesterday. After seeing some of the visuals and hearing of the loss of life from those tornadoes which went all the way into the south in Alabama there, all the way up north into Tennessee and Arkansas. You know, our thoughts and prayers with anyone who was affected by those storms.
Definitely there, Brian, definitely.
So in the box right now for Benedict is James Mitchell Jr. And he a little late on that call, tossed the bat, thought he was walking to first, but no. Called strike. So now
come on back down.
The count is 2-2 for Mitchell. Fouls it off. Mitchell, a sophomore from Groveport, Ohio. He'll also be playing center field. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled off as Mitchell tries to stay alive here. Two balls and two strikes. And we'll check it. That must have been 3-2. So that's a walk there for the pitcher of record right now. That's Jamie Lawrence on the mound for Morehouse. So Jamie puts a leadoff man on. Jacob Hall steps into the box for Benedict, the sophomore from Powder Springs, Georgia. And the right fielder. Runners going. Nice throw to second. Safe. So Mitchell.
Yeah, great jump there. Great jump there by Mitchell to take the read and get down there to second base.
Pitch to the plate, bobbled a little bit by the catcher. Not sure if he was worried about Mitchell stealing third. The pitch to the plate, bunt was showed, but decided to pull back on it.
Whereas the bunt again, looks like they're holding the third baseman there for a potential play at third base, making sure that they look to runner back as he got ball 4 there, Brian. So now we've got a first and second situation. Would they leave the bunt on, or would they allow him to hit away?
So Taj Bates comes to the plate. Taj is the catcher, a sophomore from St. Croix, Virgin Islands. And the first pitch is a strike. Just like that, Lawrence is now up 0-2. So Lawrence has an 0-2 count on Bates.
That was your waste pitch right there, Brian. Now let's see if he comes back and comes for something low and away with a 1-2 count.
The 1-2, back to second they go. And just to try to keep Mitchell honest. Lawrence back in the stretch. The 1-2, and he comes back again to second.
A little bit of a belly flop there. Headed to second base.
Now he goes to the plate, and that's a far and away, and the runners were going, so runners, a double steal there for Mitchell and Hall, as they now put runners, Benedict puts runners on second and third.
Yeah, great RBI opportunity for Benedict to get up early. Benedict is a team that is known to run and continue to run.
2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch to Bates. Down low, and I think we've got a full count now. Full count. Pitch to Bates. Blown away, and he walks him, and that puts runners bases loaded. So anything you can do, I can do better. You can put your first 3 batters on base. I'll put our first 3 batters on base. So that's how today has started.
It's only better if Benedict is actually able to play a run.
Quick little meeting at the mound there. So now stepping in with a bases loaded opportunity is number 15, Justin Murray. Justin playing third base today. Sophomore from Toronto, Canada. With a chance to open this game up for Benedict. First pitch, hit into right field. That's going to be a single. Might be more. 1 run, 2 runs comes in. Another runner coming around. There's going to be a play at the plate. He's safe. A bases clearing double for Justin Murray on the first pitch. Oh, Canada. What a hit.
Yeah, great job taking the ball the other way right there by Murray.
So now with
the pitch and not trying to do too much.
Benedict with a 3-0 lead here. And Murray was off and running to third on the first pitch. Pitch is low, down in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Three balls and 1 strike now to McDuffie with a runner on third. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first. Outside, ball 4, so 4 straight pitches.
And you hate for this to happen in game 1 of a doubleheader, Brian, where your opening pitcher kind of lets the ball game get away, because in this situation, if this game gets away from Morehouse early, how much of your pitching do you use, especially considering this is game one of 3 games over the next 2 days?
And no attempt and another stolen base because they had to keep that runner on third. So McDuffie steals second. So again, 2 runners are now in scoring position for Isaiah Canty. Canty, the left fielder, right there from Columbia, South Carolina. That ball is chopped towards third. They go with the play to first. It looks like the runner is safe on the high throw, and so a run comes in, and it's 4-0 Benedict. We promise you, it's 4-0 Benedict. So that's a single. Would you rule that a single or an error on that, Drew? I love coming to you for these kind of calls.
I think he was going to beat that out, Brian. You've got to give him a single on that. I mean, if it takes if it takes a perfect play, you have to err on the side of a single or a hit.
Well, statistician Drew would have ruled it a single, and so Canty gets the single, and then he ends up with another stolen base as the runner's on third. And that's one of the advantages, Drew, when you have a runner on third and you're on first. It's almost like it's if you're not stealing second, something's wrong, because that is usually a wide open base, and most teams rarely will throw it to second.
Well, they throw down. They've got special plays that they run, especially at this level, Brian. You know, this is not Little League or Dixie League where you just no, don't throw the second. You know, there are certain things, certain indicators on what they need to do. Sometimes you see the shortstop cut the ball off, the catcher cut it. I mean, the second baseman will cut it off. So there are certain things that they do. Sometimes you see the snap throw down to third base, trying to make sure that the runner stays alert. So there are first and third situations. And we'll see if we can pick up on some of those tendencies when they're calling the plays throughout this game.
I'm kind of curious here, as at the plate right now is Jaden Jones. Now, to my knowledge, Jones was supposed to be batting 8th, but he's actually batting in the 7th spot. So we may have to get some clarification. I don't know if I'd hate to say they're batting out of order here. And Jones, they're calling a triple as one run comes in, another run comes in. Jones around his way to third, the slide, and he's out. So Jones drives in 2. So our score is 6-0 in the first out. And I don't know, Drew. I have a suspicion here now with Martinez. Martinez, this is the 8th batter of the inning. Martinez, unless there was a late change that we didn't get, Martinez was supposed to be batting 7th ahead of Jones. But, so I don't know. We'll wait to see if anything happens out of that, Drew. I don't know how you process that. There's a shot that's hit to the second baseman. Quick throw over to first, and that's 2 out away as the 9th batter of the inning comes up here shortstop Jamie Tavares, or Taveras, a redshirt freshman from Atlanta. And Morehouse is now going to the umpire, that may be the situation that we're looking at, Drew, as there's a meeting here with the umpire and the coaches, is that somebody may have batted out of order for Benedict, because again, the opening lineup had Jones, who hit the two-run triple, batting in the 7 spot, with Martinez batting in the 8 spot. So, Drew, as an official, how does this play out at this point in the ball game if they did bat out of order?
Sorry about that, Brian. If they batted out of order, and it's tricky. If you catch it during the at-bat, you just correct it and put the proper batter in, and that batter assumes the count. If you catch it after the at-bat, but it has to be before the next batter, before a pitch is thrown to the next batter, then
which is where we're at right now. Which is where we're at right now.
Right. Then you have it out, and everybody goes back to their previous base, and everything comes off the board. And the ironic thing is, if the person who batted, say, in the number 7 slot was supposed to bat the number 8 slot, and you're at the number 8 slot, that person would then come back to bat again, so i.e. they would be batting 2 times in a row.
Well, I've got to assume that's what the officials meeting with with the managers is about right now. A logistic nightmare right now for everybody involved, I'm sure.
And unlike basketball, this one is on the head coach, Brian, or the manager. You know, basketball is always the assistant's job to make sure that the lineup is correct in the scorebook. Well, in baseball and softball, it's the manager who fills out the lineup. It's the manager or the head coach who takes the lineup out to the umpire. So if he screwed it up, it's on nobody but him.
Well, but wouldn't there be some sort of player accountability? Because if the manager puts the lineup, the same lineup that he gave to the umpire, if he puts that in the dugout, aren't the players responsible for looking at and knowing what the batting lineup should be?
That and the bench coach should do that. But Brian, you know, and this almost is going to seem anecdotal when I say this, but these are college-educated young men. They should be able to read their name.
Right, and now you can see now that possibly the bench coach or one of the assistant coaches is taking a look there at the lineup of who was supposed to be where.
And also, Brian, sometimes, and it's happened, where a coach will change the lineup, and either A, the wrong lineup was given to the umpire, or B, the incorrect lineup was posted in the dugout. And I have seen that happen. You know, sometimes they may fill out 2 or 3 lineups based upon warm-ups or based upon a injury in batting practice or something like that. And you see sometimes they grab the wrong copy. It happens. That's the human element in this. But umpire will ask you, Coach, take one last look at this lineup, or is this what you want to submit? Is this official?
Well, let's make note here now, Drew, because I think the scenario you spoke about, because now Jaden Jones is back up to plate. Jones, who was supposed to be the 8 hitter, actually became the
Batted in the
7th
slot.
hitter. Right. So the scenario you just spoke out would any runs come off the board potentially? Because he already has 2 RBIs.
Yes, all that stuff should go back. Because it becomes essentially a dead ball out.
And so again, Jones finds himself on the base pad. So how about that?
So he's 2 for 2. He's 2 for 2 on the day, but 1 for 1 in the book.
I was going to say, does that count as 2 for 2?
No, it does not. Only the official at bat counts, and the person who was supposed to bat, it counts as it's an out, but it's not a charged at bat to them statistically. Well, you got me pulling out my inner stat sheet here today, Brian.
Yeah. Well, we will try to figure out what the situation is exactly in terms of the score. Prior to Jones coming up to bat in the wrong spot, the score was 4-0 Benedict. And so I don't even know how to, if you were stat crewing this, Drew, I would imagine this is a nightmare scenario that you have to figure out, because the runs come off the board. Are there outs that are given? I mean,
yes, and yes.
Well, but we're still batting though, so I don't know how we're resolving this. At the plate now is the number 9 hitter, Jamie Tavares. Now the one thing I will say, William Martinez, who is in the 8th spot, he did ground out, so he wasn't out again, but he batted out of order because he batted behind Jaden Jones instead of in front of him. So I would
that's the outs go with the slot, Brian. The person can't be out twice, if that makes sense.
Yes. All right. So Tavares strikes out, and we get out of this inning. We don't know. We will try to come up with the correct official score. I think the score may be 4-0 in favor of Benedict, but we'll try to sort it out and come right back to you on the other side as we head to the top of 2. You're watching Benedict Baseball on the Black College Sports Network.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never, ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making
Back to live action here at Tiger Field. And again, Benedict, we believe, has a 4-0 lead right now as we're championing some technical issues right now with our scoreboard. So we will have the updated score and correct score for you shortly. But we believe after the batting out of order fiasco that we had in the previous inning, bottom of the inning, we'll have the score and everything. Just got word that the score is correct. Benedict 6, Morehouse 0. So I guess there were no runs that came off the board, Drew, in relation to the batting out of order situation. That's kind of unusual, or I guess surprising to me is a better word.
Yeah, there should have been runs that come off of the board according to my reading of the rules and from my experience as being an official scorer. But and also, sometimes they may be slow getting the information upstairs to the scorer also. So.
All right, now stepping in. Well, previously, as you just saw, the last batter that struck out was Darren Avent, and now in the box is Lee Hodges the third. And so now we have 2 away. And now we have the number 9 hitter, Alan Brown. So Alan Brown takes that first pitch as it tails away. The center fielder. Benedict with a 6-run lead here in a very eventful bottom of the first inning. Called strike. And there is a called strike 3 and a 1-2-3 inning for Benedict as Brown goes down looking. And we head to the bottom of the second. Benedict with a 6-0 lead over Morehouse. We'll be back in a moment. You're watching Benedict Baseball on the Black College Sports Network.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
There's a shot.
It might be.
It could be. Right field. Grand slam. What a shot. That's how you get hot, young fella.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, and all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us. Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a
All right, we're heading to the bottom of the second inning. Benedict coming up to bat, leading 6-0 here. Ryan Fulford here with AD Drew. As Benedict will be batting from from the top of the order, it'll be James Mitchell, Jacob Hall, and Taj Bates. All three of those young men got on base in the bottom of the first inning, and they all scored thanks to a bases clearing double by Justin Murray in the cleanup spot. So let's see if our pitcher here, Mr. Lawrence, can get off to a better start for Morehouse. Mitchell shows bunt on the first pitch, called ball. So 2 balls and no strikes to Mitchell. And he looks at and takes ball 3. So I'm sure Mitchell will sit back on this 3-0 pitch here from Lawrence. Inside, call ball 4, and Mitchell is aboard again. Jacob Hall, the right fielder now, is at plate, and there's Mitchell going. A nice throw to second.
All right, let me reset the shot.
Looks like it.
The shot.
Looks like it skipped into the outfield. So the count is 1 ball and no strikes here. Mitchell in scoring position already. And Hall showed bunt.
Oh, hold on.
Jamie Lawrence pitching in a 2-0 situation and gets that one to go. That's a strike called, so a 2-1 pitch
Is
here.
that it?
Looks like Lawrence has a little more control with his delivery here, and as soon as I say that, he manages to catch Hall swinging at a pitch that probably would have been a ball. The count evens up
Isn't
at
that
2
always
now.
the case, Brian?
2 balls. Yes, exactly. The 2-2, back to second, and Mitchell gets back.
Is that it?
Jammed him inside. That's heading to second base. Great speed there, and I think he got him.
It?
But Hall did advance the runner over to third. Taj Bates comes to the plate now with a runner on third base. Beautiful first pitch, called a strike.
No tilt
for Lawrence.
Okay.
Another off-speed pitch, and Drew, earlier in the first inning, those off-speed pitches coming in on these right-handed batters hit a couple of guys. If I recall correctly, Bates might have been one of those victims, or he got a ball to the head. Inside again, I think we're looking at ball 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Or check that, 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch inside, missed the. Oh no, excuse me. Caught the inside of the plate. Evens the count up at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Is that it?
Runner sitting on third.
That's good.
One out here in the bottom of the second. Benedict leading 6-0. Lawrence to the plate. That ball is lifted into the outfield. Might be a tag-up situation. It is. No, that ball dropped. And Bates ends up at second base.
Is it all right if I leave these batteries out here up under the bag?
So our score is Benedict 7,
they up under a bag.
Morehouse 0. Justin Murray comes to the plate. Justin, the third baseman, had a bases clearing double in the first. And a bit of a pitching change. I made a mistake in saying and crediting Lawrence as our pitcher of record. Our new pitcher now is number 20, James Walker. And Walker, unfortunately, hits Murray.
And Walker seems to be having some of the same control issues that Lawrence had.
So Jalen McDuffie is now at the plate with runners on first and second. There's a ball that's hit towards the right field. That's going to bring one in. As that's Taj Bates coming in all the way from second. Murray heads over to third, and now runners are on the corners. Our score 8-0. Benedict jumping out on top of Morehouse early. Isaiah Canty, the left fielder, now in the box for the Tigers. There's a ball lifted towards left. Is it long enough? It is gone over the left field fence. And Isaiah Canty takes the slow stroll around the base paths for what accounts as a 3-run home run for Canty. And our score is 11-0, Benedict over Morehouse.
Looks like this one is over early, Brian. But this is SIAC baseball. You never know.
Well, you know, Drew, I was going to say you can see from the hit, I would say from the swing and the hit that ball was gone. There's just even with an aluminum bat, there's just something about the sound of a ball that's hit in the sweet spot, and this just looking at the motion of the hitter, it all indications said that one was gone, or at least it was going to be very close to the fence.
Yeah, and for Canty, that was his 4th home run on the season, Brian.
So that last batter was William Martinez. This time Martinez was hitting in the correct spot. And now we've got Jaden Jones hitting in the correct spot now. I feel like we've seen Jones several times and he got hit by that pitch. And so Jones will take a base.
Yeah, Jones just living on base today, Brian. 3 times and 2 at-bats. Only 2 of them count, though.
And now this is the second inning in which Benedict, there's only been 2 so far, but this is the second time that Benedict has gone through the entire batting lineup as Jamie Tavares comes to the plate. He struck out in his last at-bat. Still only 1
Brian,
out, though.
I'm a big baseball fan, but I'm not an aficionado. But anytime your number of at-bats equal the number of innings played, that tends to be for a successful day for your team.
There's a ball that's hit into left. It's safe. Left fielder has a little trouble gathering it. That's going to bring Jones around, hustling, and that's going to be a triple. Or check that, a double for Tavares. Possibly what? Maybe a single with an error there on the left field, Drew?
Couldn't quite see it clearly to know how they're going to rule that one. If it was a routine play where he should have been held to first base, you definitely have to give an E to that, a single and an E.
Well, you mentioned the sort of dilemma that Morehouse has to deal with in terms of pitching. They didn't get a great first inning from Jamie Lawrence, and now James Walker has struggled a bit here in this second inning. And so we're back to the top of the lineup. James Mitchell, we're seeing him for the second time in this second inning. He walked in his first plate appearance in this inning.
Yeah. And this may be the time, Brian, where you see some midweek pitchers start getting some action in a weekend series, Brian. Because you definitely don't want to start burning your normal weekend starters in game one.
That pitch is a bit high, and the count is now 3-0. Mitchell listed as 5'10". Shows bunt, pulls it back, and he'll take his base. So his patience pays off as he will take first base again. Second time he's reached on a walk. And that'll be it for James Walker. Only able to get 1 out amongst the 10 batters he faced today.
And he's also responsible for the 2 that are on base at this current moment, Brian.
Well, coming in now, third pitcher of the day from Morehouse, it'll be Jalen Hardiman, number 17. So he'll take his warm-up pitches. And we'll sort of stay here with the action and reset what we've seen. So, Drew, in terms of rules, now, again, I'm not sure whether this is a doubleheader. So one game was going to be a 7-inning, one was going to be a 9-inning. Does that have to be determined before the game or afterwards, or before they start, or during?
Conference play is 2 nines, Brian, for conference play, unless the 10-run rule applies. Yes, for conference games only. Non-conference games could be 2 sevens, but for conference games, there are 2 nines unless the 10-run rule applies, which is 10 runs after 7, which we are currently in that situation. And for both these teams, what you don't want to wind up happening is Morehouse hanging around and get back into this game and only down 8-9 runs where they never really have a shot to win the game, but you have to complete the game and go to 4 9 innings. So for Benedict, you cannot let up off the gas right now.
Well, with that said, Hardiman is a left-hander now. I think he's the first lefty that Benedict will see today. And Jacob Hall steps in the box, showing bunt. First pitch is a ball. And Hardiman starting off with 2 balls. And I think at this point for Morehouse, you're looking for your pitchers to come in and throw strikes. They have not had any success with their pitchers just coming in and throwing strikes from the start. And there we get a strike called as Hardiman gets that one over the plate.
Hardiman on the season comes in with a 6.08 ERA, a 2.03 whip, has appeared in 12 games. Only 13 innings, though, in those 12 games there, Brian.
So a throw over to third base ends up going into left field, and so 1 run will score. Or no, check that. I think they're sending him back to third, Drew. As I think the Benedict coach is looking for a little explanation here as to why it's just a... So the official the umpire sent both runners back.
That means it must have been a no pitch.
Okay.
That would be the only reason that you would send both runners back.
2 balls and 1 strike. Hardiman gets a called strike there on the outer part of the plate.
I think every sentence right now for this game needs to end with "we think."
I'm okay with that. There's a pitch that's high and ball 4, and now the bases are loaded. So Taj Bates comes to the plate. Taj has scored twice, driven in an RBI, and had an all-around active day today. As again, this is Taj represents the 13th batter. Nope, check that. 12th batter of the inning here in the bottom of 2. It's a ball that's lifted towards left and foul. Well, the one good thing for Morehouse, though, they have 1 out, so there's a double play opportunity everywhere you want to go. So Hardiman's pitch to the plate is low. He's got to be careful and make sure the ball actually doesn't skip and bounce into the backstop. And another pitch that's low, ball 3. And when all else fails, ask for a new ball.
Blame it on the ball, Brian. Just blame it on the ball.
I'm perfectly fine with that when things aren't working well. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Bases loaded. Pitch to the plate is high and walks a run in. 13th run comes in. And the score is 13-0. We'll have to do a little digging here and see, given the way Benedict's defense was on the football field, this seems appropriate for a Benedict Morehouse game. Trying to outrun first base, and they get the out. So that was the second out, apparently. Well, a long inning comes to an end where 13 batters came to the plate for Benedict. And we're going to go to the top of 3. Our score is 13-0. You're watching Benedict Baseball, we promise, right here on the Black College Sports Network.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud.
Well, back to live action here at Tiger Field as we head to the top of the third inning. Top of the lineup here for Morehouse, Elijah Pinckney comes to the plate. Foul ball there. Looks like there's a ball that's caught by the shortstop, Jamie Tavares, and that's one out here. Haven't mentioned his name in a long time. Jaden Jordan is the pitcher right now, sophomore from Raleigh, North Carolina for Benedict. He has had some long waits in between pitches. He only faced 3 batters in the top of the second inning and then had to sit around as 13 batters, as his teammates ended up batting all the way through the lineup.
Yeah, Brian, this game is 1 hour old, and we're just in the top of the third because of the 2 long innings by his teammates.
And another great play there by the shortstop, Tavares. So you keep hitting it his way. He keeps snagging them out of the air.
Shades of Ozzie Smith over there, Brian.
Okay. And we talked about those quick 1-2-3s, and there's another one. 3 up and 3 down for Benedict, and we head to the bottom of the third. Benedict leading 13-0. You're watching Benedict Baseball right here on the Black College Sports Network.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em! It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm. Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us.
We head to the bottom of the third inning here. Jalen McDuffie will lead off for Benedict and a 13-0 lead. Jalen Hardiman is the pitcher on the mound for Morehouse. He's the third Morehouse pitcher we've seen today. Ooh, and Hardiman hits McDuffie in the back.
That's going to sting when he gets back to the dorm, Brian.
Well, that's the, left-handed pitcher facing the left-handed batter. And if the pitcher doesn't have his stuff in control, that's always the risk right there. Isaiah Canty, who hit the 3-run homer in the previous inning, comes to the plate. He is 2 for 2 on the day with 3 RBIs. And the runner's gone as the catcher was unable to come up with it cleanly out of his glove. But McDuffie was definitely on his way.
So, Brian, how many steals is that today?
More than I care to count.
I know I've counted at least 4, and I may have missed
I would add.
Steal.
Well, you weren't with me in the first inning, so I would say there was at least about 5 there. There's a ball that's lifted into the outfield, and it's caught by the center fielder, and 1 out away. Yeah, I would say, Drew, there were probably conservatively at least 2 or 3 in the first inning. I'll back off of I said 5, but I was probably a little high on that. But
yeah, that was Brown in the outfield with that catch there, Brian. Coming into this day, Benedict had 113 steals and 126 attempts, Brian. And they have definitely added to that total.
There's a nice pitch there by Hardiman, able to get the bottom of the strike zone. 2 balls and 2 out, or 2 strikes rather. Called foul. Good hustle there by the third baseman. So a runner on second, 2 balls and 2 strikes. William Martinez in the box for Benedict. He takes right back up the middle. Second baseman come over, fields it cleanly and gets it over to first base for the out, but the runner advances over to third. Nice play there by the second baseman. So Jaden Jones comes to the plate. Jones, of course, I don't know, he's been to the plate, I feel like, unofficially 3 times, but officially just twice. Involved in a bit of a batting out of order situation in the first inning. And he ended up with a unofficial triple and a 2 RBI triple at that. And then once the batting out of order situation kind of was discovered or called out, he ended up coming back and singling. But as noted, they left the runners on. And so he draws a walk from Hardiman. And so now Benedict has runners on the corners. And Jamie Tavares comes to the plate. Showed some good glove work there on the top half of the inning. Let's see what he does in the box here. Tavares steals second. Kind of predicted that would happen. Well, the run scored, and now it's 14-0. Coach Chinnis Berry of Benedict's football team would love this score in the third quarter. But it's 14-0 in the bottom of 3. One ball and 2 strikes. Hardiman to the plate, fouled off. Just a little high. Two outs, the 2-2 pitch. Caught him swinging, and Morehouse gets out of the inning, only giving up 1 run there on the double steal. So 1 runner left on the base pads. We head to the top of the 4th inning. Benedict leading 14-0. You're watching Benedict Baseball on the Black College Sports Network.
Bounty versus the old family dish towel. Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplified Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplified Development Services.
Oh, that
Spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on?
Sure, it's wireless.
Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on.
What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password?
Buick Envision 2021. Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable.
That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking.
Me too.
Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
Top of the fourth inning, Benedict leading 14-0. The right fielder, James Thorpe, in the box now for Morehouse. The 1-1 pitch just painted the inside part of the plate. And 2 strikes now. Jaden Jordan on the mound for Benedict. Has retired the last 7. And that's going to be a single, possibly 2, as Thorpe gets a leadoff double. So that ends the run of 7 consecutive batters retired for Jordan and Benedict. Third baseman Timothy Whiteman comes to the plate here for Morehouse. The first time that Morehouse has actually had a runner in scoring position today, with that runner there on second. There's a ball that's off the wall, and coming around to score is going to be Thorpe, and another double for Morehouse. So Morehouse gets their first run on the board off of a pair of doubles there. And we've got a player that's down. I'm not really sure what happened there. Let's see if we can see who that is down. AD, did you happen to pick up what happened there?
No, I did not, Brian. I was too busy watching the ball, watching the play, in order to see it. Looks like that's number 24.
That is Whiteman. Maybe possibly just kind of stumbled or took a bad turn coming around first. So Whiteman will be on first. And so now that Whiteman is okay, Jaden Proper will come to the plate now here for Morehouse. The DH. Whoa, nice off speed. Bit of a curveball there actually by Jordan as he painted the inside part of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now that one's a little too close for Proper. opportunity for 2 here. Shortstop to second to first. And a double play turn there by Benedict. Good old 6-4-3.
Pitcher's best friend. The good old 6-4-3.
Darren Avent at the plate here for Morehouse. And he hits that ball into left field, and another single for Morehouse. So Morehouse is starting to warm up to Jordan a little bit, as this is their 3rd hit of the inning. And Lee Hodges the third comes to the plate now.
And remember we said there's plenty of time and plenty of opportunity for Morehouse to get back into this ball game, Brian.
Well, they say sometimes, or I don't know if they say it or if I just say this to myself a lot, but the hardest thing to do in sports is to hold a lead.
That's definitely there's another one there, Brian.
And that one was hit into center field, and so Morehouse starting to break through. You wonder, this is really only I believe maybe the 2nd time through of seeing Jordan here for these Morehouse hitters. Alan Brown now comes to the plate. I wonder if some of the delays from Jaden Jordan's teammates being at the plate kind of affected him a little bit, especially those 1st and 2nd innings where they went through the batting lineup twice.
If he doesn't go down to the bullpen during those long innings, there is the opportunity for him to get cold. But, you know, he came out of those and pitched 2 quick innings himself. Now, this is the first time he's been challenged after his offensive teammates did not have a long half inning, Brian.
We still have 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, so still an opportunity to either get a force at second or throw to first. There's a foul ball by Brown. Ooh, that pitch is awfully close to the helmet. Well, for the first time, we've got deuces wild. The 2-2 with 2 outs, 2 runners aboard. The pitch from Jordan. Outside and away, ball 3 now. Big opportunity here for Morehouse and Alan Brown in the box. Pitch to the plate. He takes it into right. Drops for a single. 1 run comes in. 2 runs will come in for Morehouse. The catcher backs it up with a play that goes into the outfield, and a 3rd run scores for Morehouse. Check that, only 2 runs scored. My mistake. So a bases clearing double there for Allen Brown. Probably an error there somewhere. So Benedict, now we've got a looks like a call to the plate, and I think that might be the end of the day for Jaden Jordan, and it is. Jordan thanks his catcher for all he did today. So Jordan still credited with the. Oh, go ahead, Drew. I'm sorry.
I was going to say the shame of this is, despite the fact that he leaves with his team leading 14-3, he will not be eligible for the win, Brian.
Well, you know, it's funny that you said that because I was just about to say that. So I'm glad you interrupted me on there. I was just about to say that he still has an opportunity to get the win, but I guess not.
No, he has to go 5, Brian. And since he will not begin in the 5th inning, the pitcher of record, assuming that this lead is held during the 5th inning, will get credited with the win.
My unofficial take is that's a horrible rule, but it is what it is. So Tyman Holloman is the pitcher who came in to relieve Jaden Jordan. Holloman is a freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. 6'2", listed at 175, so a right-hander. So another tall right-handed pitcher for Benedict. Jordan was 6'3", or is 6'3".
How about you say he was 6'3"? Did he shrink overnight, Brian?
I caught myself as I said that. Definitely caught myself on that one. All right, so Holloman will face the top of the Morehouse batting order here as the shortstop, Elijah Pinckney, comes to the plate. And good first pitch strike there by Holloman. You know, we talked about that, Drew, the importance of these relief pitchers being able to come in and actually throw strikes from the start, as that second one is a little inside, ball 1. So 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch is low, ball 2. Morehouse still has a runner on second base. The pitch to the plate. Must have just missed. Or no, check that. Called strike. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch and called strike 2. So our pitch count was a bit off there. Now we have a full count, I would imagine. Yes, we do. 2 strikes, 3 balls. The pitch to the plate by Holloman. Inside, tight, and called strike 3. Painted the inside part of the plate to the dismay of Elijah Pinckney. And so Morehouse leaves a runner on, but they did score 2. in this half of the inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Benedict still leading 14-3. You're watching Benedict Baseball on the Black College Sports Network.
There's a shot to right. It could be. Right field. Grand slam. What a shot. That's how you get hot, young fella.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, and all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us. Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, James Mitchell, the center fielder, comes to the plate. And he pulls that ball towards right up the, and it's one out here. So Jacob Hall now steps to the plate. First pitch, showed bunt, takes the strike. Hall has already been to the plate 3 previous times, and that ball is going to be lifted into the infield, and the second baseman comes down to snag that one out of the air. So a quick 1-2 by Morehouse, and they've got a chance to get out of this inning 3 up and 3 down, which has not happened today for the Maroon Tigers.
Is that going to be enough to give Morehouse a little bit of momentum, Brian?
You never know. It could be. I mean, at this point, what's failed you in the first 2 innings is your pitching. And so if the third pitcher of the day, Jalen Hardiman here, if he's the one that's able to sort of settle into a groove and get some guys out, now all the Morehouse bats have to do is get going. And he paints the outside part of the plate. So we've got 3 balls and 1 strike now to Taj Bates, the catcher. Bates lifts it towards left center. And that's going to be an extra base hit for Bates. Sliding into second. He is out. A beautiful relay from the outfielder. And Morehouse does get out of the inning 1-2-3. And they head to the 5th inning. So Benedict still leading. And we go to the top of 5. 14-3 is our score. You're watching Benedict Baseball on the Black College Sports Network.
Supermarket sushi, really?
No. Wait, Troy, you work here?
I'm never not working. Like Head & Shoulders Scalp Shield technology, up to 100% dandruff protection, even between washes.
Never not working, huh?
Oh, Troy, you're such a good teacher.
Yeah, I know. Never not working. Never not working. Never ever not working.
Are you serious?
Never not working. Dandruff protection that's never not working. Head and Shoulders Scalp Shield technology.
For 200 years, Montgomery, Alabama has been making history by people who had the courage to stand up for change. Today, this riverfront city has been reborn, embracing the past and looking forward to the future. From the National Memorial for Peace and Justice to the stage of the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, this is where history was and is made. We are proud to call Montgomery home, and together, we can be the change.
Itchy, squirmy, scratchy, family not getting clean? Get Charmin Ultra Strong. Go get 'em! It just cleans better. With a diamond weave texture, your family can use less while still getting clean.
Goodbye, itchy squirm. Hello, cream bottom.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin?
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System.
We're at the top of the fifth inning. Green, Coleman, and Thorpe will be your batters here this half inning. 2-0 count there to the batter. Takes that one. Called. Strike one. Two ball, one strike pitch. Excuse me. That was a strikeout right there. Lost the count to the batter. One out here in the top of the fifth inning. Your batter now is Coleman for Morehouse. And that one's round right back up the middle. And that one gets through for a single. Next batter for Morehouse is going to be Thorpe. And we got a change going on. Benedict manager is out looking to make a change. Now we've got a conference between the umpires there. Wonder if you got another situation where we've got the batting out of order situation as the umpires are looking at the lineup card. Still got the conference going on. And now we get our batter to the plate. One ball, one strike here to our batter. That one's taken low. 2 balls, 1 strike is the count. Runner on first base. Thought swings through that one for strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. Foul. Excuse me. That's a strikeout right there. So now we've got to run on first base with 2 outs. As Whiteman steps to the plate. Takes the first pitch there for a call. Strike 1. The 0-1 offering. Swing straight through that one for an 0-2 count. Waste that one outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes is your count. Another one low and away. 2-2. That's dead, the umpire says. Is that what nicks him on the calf? So now we're going to have 2 on with 2 out. At the bat, Proper comes in, opportunity to cut it to the Benedict lead and knock a run in as he has a runner in scoring position. Swing and a miss right there. Takes that one outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes is your count. We've got deuces wild here in the 5th inning. 2 on, 2 out. Check that. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count with 2 outs. Now we've got deuces wild. 2-2 is your count. 2 on, 2 outs here in the 5th inning. Benedict up by 11. Trying to maintain the lead as they try to get this game over with in 7 innings here today. And we've got another HBP. And I think my partner Brian is back from his quick errand that he had to disappear to for a hot second. Brian, 2 hit batters in a row.
Yeah, there'll be some ice packs being distributed here shortly after this one. A few guys with a few welts on their arm and back.
Surprised nobody has the Barry Bonds equipment here. As we swing to that one for strike one. Can't talk right now, Brian. Avent is your batter right now for Morehouse. Takes that offering high. 1 ball, 1 strike is your count.
Well, those praises that I was singing of Timon Holloman in the last inning, he's struggled a bit here as the umpire asked him to fix his uniform.
The 1-1 offering. That one's inside. 2 balls, 1 strike is your count.
Tell me if you notice as you look at Holloman throw, Drew, it almost looks like he's maybe overthrowing, or maybe the grip in which he's holding the ball, it just doesn't look comfortable.
Not quite sure. I'm not as familiar with his mechanic. So, that just may be his mechanic there, Brian. The thing is, can the brother throw a strike right now? Foul that one off. I mean, Brian, a base hit here by Morehouse totally changes the scope of this game.
And there's your strike and your strikeout. Good call, Drew.
As we enter the bottom of the 5th inning, Benedict's up by 11, 14-3. We'll be right back here on the Black College Sports Network.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their audiences, which will ultimately result in growth for those organizations. In addition to being a certified constant contact specialist, my colleagues and I are also certified in John Maxwell Leadership Principles. We use these proven principles to conduct workshops, training, and private coaching sessions for individuals and companies looking to take things to the next level. Contact us to schedule a free consultation. Issues today, don't delay, call Cuvée.
Bounty versus the Old Family Dish Towel.
We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and Justin Murray with a leadoff ground out. And so Morehouse picks up a quick first out of the inning. Jalen Hardiman is still on the rubber for Morehouse. He's done a good job of settling into a bit of a groove, as the last 2 innings have really not produced much for Benedict compared to the first 2 innings. And there's a ball that's lifted by Jalen McDuffie into the outfield. And it's caught by the left fielder. So that's 2 away. So Isaiah Canty comes to the plate. Isaiah, the first baseman. One of a few Tigers who had a very good first and second inning, including a 3-run homer. But he flied out to center in his last at-bat. Count evens up at 1 now. There's a hot shot down the left field, and quick throw out there from third base over to first, and another 1-2-3 inning for Morehouse. And we're going to head to the top of the 6th inning with Benedict leading.
Drying with a fresh sheet of Bounty leaves your hands cleaner than a used dish towel that can carry and redistribute food residue. So ditch the dish towel for better hand hygiene. Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
At CDW, we get speed as the new currency of success.
Our team spends way too much time tending to outdated applications and software when they should be focused on driving application agility and innovation.
CDW Amplified Development Services modernizes software and application development to help accelerate innovation and digital transformation.
So you mean building new applications, UI, and mobile interfaces?
Well, you said you needed to innovate more quickly.
Oh, so he's a listener.
To do more at scale, trust CDW Amplified Development Services.
Oh, that spin class was brutal. Well, you can try using the Buick's massaging seat. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. Can I use Apple CarPlay to put some music on? Sure, it's wireless. Pick something we all like. Okay, hold on. What's your Buick's Wi-Fi password? Buick Envision 2021. Oh, you should pick something stronger. That's really predictable. That's a really tight spot. Don't worry, I used to hate parallel parking. Me too. Hey.
Really outdid yourself.
Yes, we did.
The all-new Buick Envision, an SUV built around you, all of you.
Well, we're heading into the top of the 6th inning. Benedict leading 14-3 here over Morehouse. This is the first of 2 today and first in this 3-game series. Lee Hodges III steps in the box here for Morehouse, and Timon Holloman's first pitch is a strike. And Hodges fouls that ball back. The 2-2. Lifted foul again. And another foul ball. So Hodges staying alive here.
Yeah, but the one thing about that, Brian, it throws the pitch count up.
This time he gets one going into the shortstop. Well, we know it's an out. Going to work off the assumption it went to the shortstop. Alan Brown now at the plate. Ooh, that's a tight inside pitch called strike, though. Jammed him a bit inside. Let's see where that play. It's a ball that's lifted into the outfield. And rounding second, heading into third with a stand-up triple is Alan Brown. Check that. That was Elijah Pinckney. So Jalen Green comes to the plate now for Morehouse. He takes inside, ball one. And they're going to say it's a foul. No, they're going to say he was actually hit. Probably hit on his foot, I would presume. And they're going to send Pinckney back to third. So with 2 outs and now 2 aboard, David Coleman III comes to the plate here for the Maroon Tigers. The 0-1 pitch by Holloman. The 1-2 pitch. Hit into the gap, into right field. A run scores and a single RBI there by David Coleman. A good piece of hitting there. Managed to fight to stay alive. And we still have runners on the corners. Elijah Pinckney came from off third to score. So now, Drew, our 10-run rule, which wouldn't take effect until the 7th, is in jeopardy now, as Morehouse, with 2 outs and runners on the corners, have cut it to 10. Once trailing 14-0.
Brad, I could have swore I had mentioned something about that earlier in the day.
Somebody said something, I'm sure.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. Never one to brag. AD Drew, ladies and gentlemen. Never one to brag.
Nah, man. I let everybody else brag. I just state the facts and leave it out there for everybody else to grasp.
1 ball and 2 strikes to James Thorpe, the right fielder, at the plate here for Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Back up the middle. From the shortstop to first base. Nice 6-3. Ends the inning. And so Morehouse leaves a pair on. And Benedict still has a 10-run lead and heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're watching Benedict Baseball on the Black College Sports Network.
There's a shot. To right.
Might be.
It could be. Right field. Grand slam. What a shot. That's how you get hot, young fella.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do, and all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us. Thank you guys for.
All right, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, we are. William Martinez steps to the plate, and he is thrown out on the run to first. Jaden Jones at the plate here for Benedict. And he lifts the ball into the outfield for the second out of the inning. And Jamie Tavares comes to the plate. So 12 batters in a row have gone down. I will say 12 batters in a row with a bit of an asterisk, as one of those batters actually did get a single, but he was thrown out going from first to second. So 12 consecutive batters have been retired. And what's interesting about that, that comes on the heels of the second inning where 13 batters came to the plate for Benedict. So it's been an interesting reversal of fortune here for the Tigers, and probably give a lot of credit to Jalen Hardiman, who has done a great job since the third inning. Nothing like an announcer's jinx to break up a streak, as Jamie Tavares gets a single and he's on base.
Brian, some things are better left unsaid. You've been doing this as long as I have, longer than I have. You should know that by now, my brother.
I'm a sucker. Look, I have no stakes in this contest, so I just report the news.
Just remember that one day when we have a no going, and I'll just hit you on the elbow like, shut up, Brian. Shut up, Brian. We know what we got. Don't tell nobody.
Yes, sir. Hardiman, that ball gets away from first base, sliding into second, and they're going to say he's thrown out. So Tavares gets thrown out trying to, and I guess, hey, Drew, that consecutive streak, I guess, would still be applied, maybe? I don't know. We'll talk about it in between innings, but we're heading to the top of the seventh. Morehouse needs to get a run, or this will be their final 3 outs of the contest. You're watching Benedict Baseball on the Black College Sports Network.
Thank you guys for what you do for HBCU athletics. This is a fantastic avenue for all of us. This is our ESPN, so we love what you guys do. Brian, AD, Roy, all you guys at BCSN. We really appreciate what it is that you guys do for us.
If you think all pads are exactly the same, think again. This is Always Ultra Thins reinvented with the Always Triple Protection System. This pad wicks gushes 90% faster, absorbs even more so you can feel dry, and locks odors in. Rethink your pad for up to 100% leak-free and odor-free comfort with the totally reinvented Always Ultra Thins. This is always like never before.
The Cuvée Group is a Florida-based marketing and training consulting firm. We help businesses communicate to their target audience and engage them in conversation. We also help to expand their...
Well, Timon Holloman and Benedict come to the top of the seventh, needing 3 outs to put it into game number 1 of today's doubleheader.
Morehouse, and 1 to stay. It's that simple, Brian. Morehouse needs 1 to stay.
Well, or maybe clarify, 1 to force a bottom half of the inning.
That would be to stay. To stay around for at least a half inning.
Timothy Whiteman unable to outrun that play there. And so he is out as the so now Jaden Proper comes to the plate with 1 out, and he lifts the ball into the outfield for a single. So with proper on base, Darren Avent comes to the plate, looking to avoid hitting into a double play to keep this inning going. Ooh, inside, very close, nearly hit him. Ball 2 on a pitch that's low in the dirt a bit. The count is 3-0. Outside ball 4, and so Holloman puts another runner on the base pads. Maybe he's just trying to set up a better double play opportunity for his team.
You believe that if you want to, Brian.
I've been known to be a glass half full guy.
Okay.
And I think that'll be the end of the night for Holloman, or end of the day. Holloman did a good job coming in. I believe he came in somewhere about the middle of the second or third inning. And we'll set our new pitcher for you in just a moment. It's the third pitcher of the contest for Benedict. It is Kenyon Connor Jr., a redshirt freshman from right there in Columbia, South Carolina, went to Ridgeview High School. So Kenyon will be asked to get 2 outs, put this game away so we can move on.
Even though he needs to approach this like a save situation, this is obviously not a save situation, Brian.
Kenyon, 6'4", 230. Also a utility player as well, so on the season, he's done a little bit of starting as well as some relief work. Pitched a total of 19.1 innings overall. His ERA is in the double digits, around 12.
Ouch.
Has a 1-3 record. So this is an opportunity for Connor to kind of feel good a little bit. Runners are moving. The throw over to third. Safe. So it's a double steal. Double steal on the first pitch. How do you like that, Drew? Stealing on the first pitch of a new pitcher.
Oh, I love it. Because the new pitcher comes in, obviously he's coming in. He's trying to get an out, try to throw some strikes, and getting going early, just kinds of maybe enough to fluster him. And most importantly, Brian, now that takes a double play away from Benedict.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Lee Hodges III is at the plate here for Morehouse. Ooh, that pitch is on the outer part of the plate. Hodges didn't agree with it, and he will go back to the dugout with a K on his shoulder.
And that's just what I was getting ready to say. So that now he has to get the K in order to set up the easy path to victory. And what does he do, Brian? He gets the K.
Well, Allen Brown has an opportunity to either advance a couple of runners and keep this game alive for Morehouse, or Kenyon Connor will be the last at bat here. There's a big cut. Strike one. Counts even at one.
Brian, he could draw a walk without ending the game.
He could. Yes. I guess there's always a third option. The 1-1 pitch by Connor. Low, ball two. Two balls, one strike. Pitch to the plate. Right back to Connor. He'll take a slow stroll to first, and that'll be the ball game. So a very simple 1-3 ends game number one of the doubleheader today, as Benedict gets the 14-4 victory in game number one. And we will get prepared for game number two. Don't know quite yet the official start time of game number two, but I'm
Probably
sure
about 30 or so.
Okay. So don't go far. We will be back for game number two in probably 20 to 30 minutes. Any final thoughts on this contest, AD?
The question now for this one is, did Benedict use up all their hits in the first two innings, Brian? They were unable to really muster anything after the second inning. Morehouse got a little bit of momentum going into this the second game of the day, so we shall see. Or did the multiple pitching changes kind of hurt Morehouse's chance by them going to arms they probably would not have gone to when they went to them?
Well, great points, and we will wait to see when we come back for game number two. Thank you for watching. Thanks to everyone and our production team for game number one. And we thank you for watching this broadcast of Benedict College Baseball right here on the Black College Sports Network.